Hey, want to skip those ads and get early access and bonus episodes of all Banana for Scale shows? Hop on over to truestory.fm/join and discover all the cool perks that come with being a member of the Banana for Scale family. Coming up, we put dildos on a bagel. Dildos on a bagel? Damn near killed her. Well, if we're going to be Normie Norman about it. As average as poppy seeds and sesame, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, greetings, verse jumpers. I'm not Lester Ryan Clark.
And I'm not Keenan Diaz.
We're another version of them from another universe, and this is another episode of Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once, a show where we attempt to explain, evaluate, enlighten, and elucidate the Academy Award-winning film Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, so our minute begins with some violent imagery.
And then ends with some sexual imagery.
Yes, folks, this is the minute that the warning was warning you about. And more importantly, this is the minute that your husband, wife, partner, child, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather will inevitably walk in on and be like, what the hell are you watching? Also, hello, first-time listener. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, hello and fuck you, the first-time listener.
Yes, we do talk about other things, mostly Mrs. Doubtfire. But sometimes we talk about Everything Everywhere All at Once, and sometimes that movie has dildos and guns. Both are phallic symbols, but I don't think that gets any deeper than that. That's what damn near killed her.
No. You don't think there's something to the Freudian idea that every time man has invented a new weapon of war, it has been another version of a dick?
Oh, no, I was being sarcastic. I definitely think there is something to that.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Like, I have club, you have club.
It's not size of club that matters.
You have mace, I have arrow.
I have ultimate weapon space. Sorry, this never happened. Kronk usually very good with his. Kronk is just so excited to take over world. Why is he a caveman when we're in the future?
I don't know.
I don't know. Because that's all we are, folks. But anyway, let's get to the top of this minute. You'll remember Officer Anthony had been turned into confetti. Officer Dan had been turned into a dancer. And Officer Panavat had just drawn his gun and fired at Jobu. We pick back up as we cut, and we see that instead of hitting Jobu, the bullets are now hitting the lovely Officer Dan, who has been spun into their path. It is a gruesomely comedic, or comedically gruesome slow-motion shot as Officer Dan's body shimmies and shakes with the force of the bullets, looking like he's still dancing. We got to give it to the Daniels here for being able to pull this off. I don't mean special effects-wise. I mean being able to show us a man getting shot in graphic detail, in slow motion, with squibs and everything, and have it still be funny and serve the scene comedically. And having it be so explicit, right? It's not like, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck where, his beak spins around or he takes a drink and the water comes out of the, the little holes, right? This is bullets entering a human body, and I think actually the thing that saves it is just how explicit it is. I think if there were just a little less blood or the sound was a little less squelchy, we would probably not look at this the same way. But the fact that it is being so explicit in slow motion, plus the mariachi music and the silly costumes, I think it's just the right mix of absurd to where we don't care as much about Officer Dan as we do when Jobu, our villain, remember, is also shot in this minute. There's a perfect example. I haven't even thought of that. Like, that's in this minute too. And people gasped in the theater, I remember.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think that is an example of masterful movie making us feel two different things when both of these characters get shot in the same minute within seconds of each other.
Yeah, and it goes into slow motion, right, for this this shooting. And now what we saw in the last minute of him being transported into this salsa dress with the Carmen Miranda style fruit hat, he's got like grapes hanging off of his midriff and that kind of thing. Like now that we're in the slow motion of him getting shot, like we see, oh, that's the perfect dress for him to get shot in. And like almost Jobu understood that, right, when she transported them into the salsa dance, like because it's just like kind of elegant and weirdly flowing all over the place, like all the little frills of his going back and forth. And then I wonder about of it being so explicit. The blood is like the right color of blood, like the more realistic version of blood. It could be super bright red, or it could be like orange, like some movies have that. But yeah,
like in the 70s and like even in the 80s, it would be like, it looks like tomato soup or something.
Tomato soup, right? Exactly. Yeah. So it looks more, quote unquote realistic. And that just makes it somehow safer to laugh at, I guess. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, it's like it's antithetical. It's not what you would expect by making it less cartoony and just going like over the top. It's like that like Family Guy does that, where it's like just the joke goes on way too long to where it's like, okay, it's funny, and then it's not funny, and then it's funny again.
Yeah,
right.
25 years too long.
Yeah. But no, I think that's it. I think if they had gone like a touch less, like if there had been no blood,
right.
Or if the sound wasn't the way like overly like or whatever, I think it would be, or if it was like if he wasn't in a dress,
right.
I think it would be different.
Right.
Or like even like if it wasn't in slow motion, I think if him getting shot like in regular speed, that would cause us to look at this a little bit differently.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and then one other thing about him that, again, doesn't really make sense in the last minute. We're not really tracking it the same way in the last minute as when we finish it off here. Like he has like the cop stash and the cop mustache, or like on Orange is the New Black, they started calling it the porn stash,
Oh, yeah.
And so when he's in this dress, it's like even crazier. Like they've stumbled upon, or not, that's not the right word. They've designed it. They've designed upon all the perfect little elements to make this just such a strange image that it's hard for us to believe it in front of us, even though it's relatively realistic when he's getting shot.
Right. And it's, you're right. It's the perfect like masculine artifact is that mustache and that specific style.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we get a quick reaction from Evelyn. Poor Evelyn. Like because we're doing this weekly, it seems like she has been trapped as a hostage forever, right? Like she's being pulled this way and that by Alpha Waymond, right? She's running from Deirdre. She literally gets yanked around by the multiverse. And then she gets arrested. And then her daughter shows up, brings a pig to a gunfight. And yeah, like these past couple of weeks has just been a lot of reaction shots. And I'm like, this poor lady, right? She just wanted to finish her taxes.
She loves taxes.
And yes. But yeah, we cut as Officer Dan falls into the arms of Officer Brian next to Officer Panavat. Not the other Officer Brian next to the late Officer Anthony. Wait. No. Keenan, this wasn't a mistake. We made the mistake. He is right where he's supposed to be the whole time. The whole time. No, we've been looking at it wrong. Folks, like if you remember, like we were talking last week about how we saw Officer Brian in two different places, but he's not.
Yeah, I think the reason why I saw it that way is I think I now understand the geography better. So we're in this the hallway that we're looking at is not one long hallway. It's two hallways that come to a cross.
It's like an L.
Yes, it's an L.
Right? Wait. Across from where? There we go. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So I made a mistake here. Yes. But it points out kind of a tricky thing that the Daniels are doing here with their coverage. So we were talking about Officer Dan getting shot, and then we get a reaction shot from Evelyn. That reaction shot is impossible, actually, because she is over Officer Anthony's left shoulder. She's not really. Wait, hold on. Do I have this right? Before I start this.
Well, let me explain how we got it wrong first.
Okay.
Where everybody is. So, so folks. When Jobu comes out of the elevator with the pet pig and the red light is behind her, she's walking towards the camera. And then we cut and we see Evelyn being taken away by Officer Panavat, and Officer Brian is there picking up Waymond. This is when, she's like, Joy, why do you look so stupid, right? And we assume that when Evelyn turns and looks back, right, and she says, Joy, why do you look so stupid? We assume that she's looking down the elevator directly at Jobu.
Right.
And we made a big deal in the last episode how this was a mistake, but I watch this whole thing, they are all down that hallway to the right of the elevator. They are not facing the elevator. So Officer Brian is actually in the same place the whole time.
Right.
He's there with Evelyn, Waymond, and Officer Panavat, like to the right of the elevator.
Right.
They're all down that hallway. The only people directly in front of the elevator are Deirdre and Officer Dan.
Right. So that's really interesting. So when we cut to these shots of Evelyn, we feel like we're seeing Jobu's big entrance, and that Evelyn is seeing her face and her with the cigarette and all this stuff. But that's not actually what's happening. She's over Jobu's left shoulder.
She would be seeing Jobu's profile.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's not as impactful. So we get to see basically what Deirdre is seeing. So it's interesting though, like this hallway that comes to a little L, that makes it easier for us to get rid of Deirdre and the pig. Because they just kind of go down that way and we stop asking about where they are.
Right.
But things get crazy. And then, so from this, we get to, we're going to eventually have Jobu and Evelyn down in one hall. And then we're going to go into the hot dog universe and we're going to go and see the bagel and all this stuff. And we've just completely taken Deirdre and the pig out of the picture.
Right. We've like kind of cut off that L part.
Right. Yes. And so that works for there. So yeah, I see now how I made that mistake. So thanks for going with me on that, everybody. But I think looking at it again actually brings up some interesting ideas about like how we're able to imply that both Deirdre's reaction and Evelyn's reaction are to the same thing, but they're not.
Right. Yeah. So it kind of, we're able to have our cake and eat it too. It's
Right,
like when Evelyn turns around, she's like, Joy? Then like we get to kind of just like assume that like she's right in front of Joy.
Right.
But then like they get to be off in that other hallway as well when they need to be there too.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
I guess that begs a question, why not just have Evelyn down the hallway we think she's in and have Deirdre down the other one?
Yeah.
I don't know why, so.
Because when Jobu lets the pig go, it goes forward.
Right.
And it could have just gone to the right, you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Some production reason probably that we don't need to know about.
Yeah. I was like, hey, like let's make a 7 Oscar-winning movie and then come back and challenge this.
Right. Again, I'm not saying any of it is a mistake. Like the continuity, continuity mistakes, if there was one, just don't matter. They just really don't matter very much. And it's really
especially in a multiversal movie.
Yeah, my whole point about bringing up last time is like, if this is a mistake, it doesn't actually matter. We don't really notice it.
Right.
Yeah, because we just are following the emotional logic of the story, and not the geographical logic.
It's not like a glaring mistake, like this guy whose career is voice acting doesn't know how cartoons works.
Yes.
How cartoons work, and thinks that he needs to dub over the already made cartoon. Or thinks that like he can just quit his voice acting job and be fine. Daniel.
I think it was Grant O'Brien on Dropout point out about Mrs. Doubtfire that
we're talking about Mrs. Doubt? I didn't know.
that another illogical, maybe not a plot hole, but another illogical element would be that that he chose the voice and then we have a montage of him putting on the makeup.
I've been saying this the whole time. The whole time. No, yeah, he's they have the whole thing where it's that classic 80s you go into the closet, you come out and you're dressed as a skater, and then you go into the closet, you come out and you're dressed as this other style or whatever, right? So he's trying on all the looks and the voices, and then he gets the look, but we don't see the face, right? Because he's turned around, and then he calls and he does all the voices. Why? You know who you're gonna be. Sorry, I hijacked that from you.
No, exactly.
Just so passionate about it. So apologies to the Daniels. The two Daniels, not the other one, not Daniel Hillard.
We'll give you your Oscar back.
Yes.
We deducted one last week, I believe.
Yeah. So we give it back. No, that completely messed both of us up. I think it's that reaction shot from Evelyn, like the way it's cut. It seems like her and Jobu would be looking at each other.
Right, and I think that Michelle Yeoh is definitely playing it that she's looking at Jobu.
Yeah. Because we don't know on the day, folks. It's like they tell us, it's like you're looking at a big green monster, and then we just imagine that.
Yeah, you're often looking at like a little X above the lens that they draw on for you.
Or a tennis ball or something like that, right? Yeah. But yeah, so Officer Dan, remember he was just shot. He falls into Officer Brian's arms, and then a quick cut, almost like a parallel cut, as Evelyn bends to try to wake up the fallen Waymond. Again, we have been closely monitoring Evelyn's progress along the hero path, and we have been talking about how ready she is and what stage she's at. And I like these little shots. They're very quick of her continually turning to Waymond in this hallway, right? It's so far it's been in this hallway specifically, like trying to wake him up, right? Because of how this works, we could just look at this as her, trying to wake our Waymond up. But I think this is more like Luke is suddenly alone and he's being tested alone and he's, calling out for Obi-Wan. And yeah, let's remember this for when it's later in the movie and she is able to face Jobu alone, right? She's not there yet. She still needs, Waymond's guidance, or she thinks she needs it. Also, what a great like video game moment here, right? The final boss shows up and your support system is completely cut off, right? They've been killed or incapacitated in some way, and now you got to face the big bad alone.
Yeah, if you're keeping track in your screenwriting classes about where we are, I mean, this would be the approach to the inmost cave moment in Joseph Campbell, Chris Vogler. So this is, where they are in the Death Star, et cetera, and they're in the ultimate evil. And so this little section here, she's going to be face to face with Joy, and then ours is a little bit different because Joy actually later on will like take a quiet moment with her to explain things, as opposed to what often happens is you get kidnapped or you're at the final castle or whatever, and you overhear the villain's plan or something like that.
Yeah,
and you get a glimpse of what the ultimate evil is going to be.
Right. And again, it's not point for point. Like the order is not always like in this way, right? So, and anybody who tells you that is only going to like one kind of movie.
They're trying to sell you their paradigm. They're both
right. Yeah. We hear "Daddy" in this little baby cherub squeal. It's very like Harley Quinn, I think. And we see that it's Jobu, and she runs and she jumps into Officer Panavat's arms.
Before she runs, she has this look on her face like she is terrified, like because she has just been shot at. And so Officer Dan falls down, and then her thing is like, oh my God, I'm so scared, but I'm scared because you tried to kill me because I am a supervillain.
So it's like save me, I'm a damsel.
Me.
Oh,
Exactly.
I see.
It's really crazy. It's a really crazy reaction to her.
Oh my gosh, there's so much going on here. And then she jumps into his arms. We cut to a wide shot, and as we do, Jobu alters reality so that Officer Panavat is now in the air upside down, trapped in a pile driver. What was your name, Dr. something?
Are you the Colonel or am I Jim?
No. Damn it. No, you're Jim.
Are you Jim?
Damn it.
I'm Jim the pile driver, and you're the Colonel then.
Yes. Colonel Pile. I'm Colonel Pile Driver. Jesus. I'm Spartacus. God. But yeah, trapped in a pile driver and wearing a luchador mask. So that's why he's credited as police luchador. In the credits. They both come down, and we get a close-up of his head hitting the floor with the sound of a neck breaking. I think that is a dummy. It's really fast, but I'm pretty sure that is a dummy.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. Even a stunt man. I wouldn't want anybody doing that. That's
no. If you look at the insert of it, it doesn't have any lips, so it's a plastic dummy. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Phew. All right.
Tell it to the judge.
Yeah. Which means, is this, again, with the way this movie is, with what this movie is, we could just say that Jobu turned him into a plastic dummy, at the last minute. Yeah.
I do like it's very macabre because he's going to die, but the as he's upside down, the closest to him upside down have him looking up, at his feet. Like one would look down, but he's looking the wrong way essentially. What is this? And yeah, it's very, very macabre.
Yeah. The both of these officers, actually, all three of them. The look of bewilderment kind of clashes with what actually happens.
Right.
It's like whoa, and we're supposed to laugh, and then they die.
They are
horribly.
murdered. Yes.
Moited. But yeah, we cut as the rest of Officer Panavat's body falls to the ground. Another reaction shot from Evelyn. And then I really like this next shot. We cut back as Jobu has somersaulted over Officer Panavat's body and stops right in front of the camera, and we see her and we see her new makeup for the first time. It's very blue. She's got blue lipstick and this blue line under her eyes and across her nose, and these big lightning bolt earrings, and a puffy blue fur jacket covering a wrestling leotard. Is this whole thing like wrestling? She's a wrestling person?
I think so. She's a wrestler. Yeah, I don't know. It's the paint under her, it's under her eyes. It's war paint, but it's going all the way in one, it's a unibrow, but for war paints. That makes sense. It's underwards. Yeah. And the lightning bolts. It's like Shelley Kurata and her have come up with the whole character for the wrestling persona or something.
For mere seconds of this that this character is on screen.
Right. And it's okay, let's come up with the whole thing. So it's lightning themed and lightning and star themed because her underjacket has little stars on them. So it's blue and yellow, and the little the puffy jacket's going to be clouds or something. But yeah, just a whole lot of thought into it. It looks like a cohesive look as opposed to something that just let's just pull on a look of some kind, Right.
This is we could spend more time with this character if we wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think, just looking through the script or anything, I don't believe that this is a deleted scene or something where this person was a character, but we just done all this work on a character who will be there for 10 seconds or so.
That's what I love. And that's not just isolated to to this scene or even to Jobu. Like we're going to see like every dip we get into like a different universe, everything seems like it has been so planned out and so like worked over that like if we had decided to just like, let's stay in the hot dog universe and see how this couple, runs their laundromat and everything. Like, and how is Rick in this one when it's like Rick and like what's Rick's interaction with Deirdre, Evelyn's wife, you know?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shirley Kurata, the costume designer, has talked about what a tiny budget they have for trying to do as many looks as they have, because the three main characters, and let's include Deirdre and Gong Gong in that, I guess. Like the five main characters, they're going to go through all this crazy stuff in the tax office, but they're going to basically be in one look, But so that takes down some cost, but we're all going to have to do some like distressing as if we have an action movie, and blood gets on things and
put some holes in the shirts.
We saw that already with Wayman's shirt.
Right.
So like having one look cuts down some costs, but it also has other ones when you're in an action movie, right? But then we just have these little things of the Sherlock Holmes costume, and just on and on and on and on. And so she does not have a lot of money to do that. So they do that very quickly and very, very cheaply. And it makes me, think about this. I mean, like this one, we're only going to see for a little bit. And it's also going to get destroyed.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, it's going to get shot up. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I like that is such a. It's something that I think people don't think about, but the responsibility and the skill it takes of like where are we going to put the money? Like, are we going to, let's put it in these costumes, or let's put it in just this one character's, like, wardrobe of costumes, or let's put it here, let's put it there. Like, and you can see, like, a movie that had, like, a fair budget, but you can tell, oh, man, they put all of their money into this, like, special effect or something like that, and that's why the rest of the movie looks like this, or is written like this. It looks like, a first draft or something like that.
Yeah.
So it can go wrong, like just the placement of the money. But
I guess this is my favorite story of that. It's not like it went wrong, but American Graffiti, if I remember correctly, cost $775,000, something like that, in 1973, and like $110,000 of it was on music rights. Which is this huge chunk of the budget, but George Lucas was like, that's the whole thing. Like these kids are just driving up and down the same old street, and like that's how they live their lives. And so what's on the radio as they are driving their cars, it has to feel right. It has to feel authentic to 1962. So it's like, okay, so that means we don't get any more money for creature comforts that aren't on screen, like trailers and stuff like that, but also like it means we have nothing more for costumes. We can't step up and get like a star to do a cameo. None of that's on there. So like, so it's like
the actors come in at like 4 a.m. and it's coffee and donuts. There's no breakfast burrito.
Right, exactly.
I mean, like you think I'm joking, but no, like
no, that's real.
That's important.
Right. So so that's 11% of the budget, if I remember correctly, was just music. And they still couldn't afford Elvis. So he was like, of course they would be listening to Elvis, but we couldn't afford it. That would be that would put the entire budget out of whack.
Yeah. But yeah, so it like that is an important aspect of filmmaking that I feel like a lot of folks, including myself, like we don't really think about.
Right.
Yeah. But I want to talk about the face that Jobu is making here as she finishes this rolling over Officer Panovat's body. She stops in front of the camera and she is looking at Evelyn, and her face is this wide-eyed O of surprise or awe. And I can't tell if this is her putting on a face, like it's part of her pose. It's like a glamour shot. Like she's behaving as if there are cameras everywhere, right? And she knows that this is like, she's doing the what is it, like the Zoolander thing, right?
Lucille, you mean?
Right. Yeah. Right. So she does that in other moments. So like maybe that's what's happening here. Or I almost like to think that she comes out of this tuck and roll and she sees Evelyn, our Evelyn, for the first time, gets a good look at her, and maybe she senses something. Maybe she's like, oh, this might be the one. What do you think?
That doesn't occur to me as I'm watching the minute, but that does make a lot of sense, that might be what this is. Because so in a little bit after this action scene is done, they're going to have this private conversation. And I don't think, we'll see when we get there, but I don't think there's anything in that minute where we get Jobu realizing that she's worth telling the story to, or at least not saying it out loud. So I wonder if that's what's happening here. Because when we see it again, when we get to it, I might be misremembering it. But when we see that moment where she's like, "Here, put your hands out. I'm going to help you. I'm going to show you the bagel and all that stuff." It feels a little bit. We said it before, but for me, it feels a little bit like, should you be trusting this person? Like, why is she giving you this information? Why is she just telling you this? Right. So maybe that's what this is about. Maybe it is like, oh, okay, this is one who's worthy. We have seen her testing out the previous Evelyn in the closet, who gets killed by Bagel Deirdre.
But it wasn't like what's going to happen.
Right.
It wasn't as gentle. It was just like, all right, let me just, and see if this works. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So there might be something here which you can tell more immediately that this one is worth having a conversation with.
Yeah.
It's like Jobu is infinite, but she's impatient as well, Like, so she has access to all these things, but she still does want to get it done now. Right? Yeah. When the closet Evelyn dies, you're like, all right, buddy, all right? She's like, okay, let's get out of here as fast as we can.
Yeah. I think we backed ourselves into a corner, like making her, like comparing her to like the all-powerful, all-knowing God and, the problem of evil. I think, yeah, there is, she's still searching and she's still unsure about things. Yeah.
So she doesn't know everything that's going to happen. So it's not like, so she turns Officer Dan into a salsa dancer because she thinks it'll be funny, but she doesn't know with 100% accuracy it's going to work in the exact way she wants it to.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, and I like that idea because I like the idea of her, like, maybe realizing right now as she lays eyes on our Evelyn that this might be this might be the one, because the next 3 shots, right, they're very quick, but we dolly in on Evelyn, then Jobu, then Evelyn again, and I feel like this is them literally seeing each other for the first time. I think for Evelyn, it's her realizing that Jobu is Joy. And maybe that's the only reason for our quick, dolly back and forth. But I also like to think that Joy/Jobu is sensing something. And maybe that is also why she is caught off guard here and allows herself to get shot. Okay. Because she sees that she's, finally found our Evelyn, and that steals her focus for a second. And she allows herself to be vulnerable and get shot when maybe otherwise she wouldn't. And yeah, she does get shot. And again,
get shot she does.
Yes, she does. And I remember the whole theater again being like, and folks, this is the villain, right? She just killed 3 people, one of whom was also shot in the same minute.
Right.
But maybe because it's Joy, or maybe because of the way the film shots are lined up, we're like, oh no. And also, Stephanie Hsu does this scream, and it's not in slow motion like Officer Dan's. And we get a close-up on her face as she doubles over in pain. That's also something we didn't give Officer Dan, right? And she's only shot once, and, the shot interrupts the moment, right? It's not part of the moment, right? It actually stops the mariachi music, right? That's another difference from Officer Dan, right? She's only shot once, and we don't linger on it, right? We close up on her face. All of these little choices tell us that we should care about this person being shot.
Yeah, the music stops, which is this really interesting crescendo of as she's getting shot, it becomes a mishmash of all sorts of different audio cues in there, and then and then as soon as it ends, we get her screaming.
Right.
Yeah. So the music is in the background; it's guiding our emotions, in a way that we aren't often conscious of, and then it becomes. So basically, it's going from subtext to text, is what I mean.
Right.
Like her scream is part of the music scape there.
Yes.
So it's like and we can't help but we can't help but feel it at the top of our emotions as opposed to somewhere in the back of our heads.
Right. Imagine just as an experiment. Imagine if the mariachi band continued as she was getting shot. We would feel more like when Officer Brian got shot, or we would feel more like when Officer Dan got shot. It's like, oh, this is part of the tapestry.
Right.
But it's almost like the invisible choir. The band is like, it's like, oh God, she got shot, and they all stop.
Right, they all turn to look over.
Yeah,
better her than me, they say.
And because the band always plays as the Titanic goes down, they continue. But no, yeah. Okay, so then we get another reaction from Evelyn. Her face had just been splattered with her daughter's blood. Jesus. And now she realizes that, and her eyes go wide, and she reaches out, saying, it's like, no, Joy. But then we cut to Jobu speaking through gasps. She's been, screaming this whole time.
And clutching her wound.
Yes, right? And she says, don't worry, Evelyn, And then immediate change. Her fingers go up, and her fingers go up to her mouth, and she tastes the blood, and she says, organic, as she holds up a bottle of organic ketchup. Ketchup? Ketchup. 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 Anyway.
I'm in over my head, he says.
put that there just for Keenan, folks. And the music, which had gone from being mariachi music to this ominous, discordant, ringing in the ears sort of noise when she got shot, now comes back as this almost like jaunty circus music, or it's like a Broadway show tune. And if you listen, you can actually hear the sound of someone flipping through the channels like on a radio. That is really cool. Like Jobu is controlling the soundtrack. She's like, no, this is the music for this scene. Right.
We've heard that when we first see her at the bar with Becky when she's flipping through realities. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a similar idea there.
Yeah, I really like that. And yeah, Evelyn looks incredulous. This actually made me feel better. Like she's not horrified. She's not bewildered, right? She's back to being our Evelyn, being like, what the hell is my daughter doing? Right? And she tastes the blood, and we cut, and Jobu is laughing in this way like, you like that? I got you, didn't I? Right?
Yeah, like she's doing this weird pose, like she's holding her wound, and then she holds her hand up after sucking the ketchup off of her index and middle finger, and then her ring finger is down.
It's almost like one of those like Jesus poses again, like the religious finger gesture thing.
Is it the shocker though?
No, because wouldn't that...
People at home, do the shocker at home, and let us know what you think. Is this...
The shocker is the same as the devil horns, right? Like the... No, actually, no, you're right. Okay, they cut all of that. We're not...
Well, this is the episode where we told people that they're going to be embarrassed by having their loved ones come in, right? So this is 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
I see. Yep.
The shocker. So I don't know if that's conscious, because it's just weird, because she's saying
we're
going to
get like more imagery in later minutes as well.
Right.
With the like opening of the finger, like the little finger thing that they do. Yeah.
But so like she says it in this really flat affect, like it's organic, but she's posing,
like Valley Girl type of.
Yeah, but she's also posing like it's a commercial for the ketchup. So it's all this weird stuff at once, right? It's like it's I was shot. It's all fake. It's making fun of like organic California people. It's an ad for the ketchup. She does this hand movement like almost like a K-pop band like secret symbol, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's also the shocker, whether that's intentional or not. Like it's just a bunch of stuff here, at once again. You know, it's just real madness.
She is the character Jobu is not giving us like a leg to stand on. She's not giving us like anything to hold on to, like as to like what this is.
Right.
She's giving us like I'm just going to give you all of it.
Right.
That's my shocker. 2 in the pink, 1 in the. Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, later on, there's some deleted dialogue about sex that is missing from this scene that we'll come to in a couple of minutes from now.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah. So she's laughing. It's almost like she's sharing a joke with Evelyn now, right? It's like, I gotcha. And I also like, without missing a beat, she sort of like half turns to deal with Officer Brian, who has been getting to his feet, and he's got a police baton, and he raises it to hit Jobu from behind. And as he brings it down, we're still in the wide shot, and I just love the casual way she turns to address him, like she knew exactly what he was doing behind her, and she's annoyed. Like, do you mind? I am talking with my mom right now, right? And she's also got this face like she thinks Officer Brian's method of attack is pedestrian.
Right.
Right. She's like, really? A baton? Right. Love it.
But we see Officer Brian, like it's a reveal essentially that he has shot her because he has picked up one of the police officer's guns. Right?
Yes.
He doesn't have a gun, he has a taser at his job. Right. And then it's like, oh, that doesn't work. So then he scrambles and picks up a baton instead. And she is treating it like, yeah, that's worse than a gun, idiot. Like just because the gun didn't work the first time, like doesn't mean that this is gonna be better, right?
Right.
The baton.
Yeah. No, I love the just kind of like the casual like it's like ugh. Like typical, you know.
May I say a Simpsons joke about batons?
Sure.
Are we allowed to on this episode?
I opened the floodgates. I never said that you weren't allowed to reference this. Folks, please don't think that. Please don't think that like I don't like it when he references The Simpsons. I love it.
All right, so Bart runs into Eddie and Lou, the police officers, and he says, "Hey, can I see your club?" And says, "Oh, it's not a club. It's called a baton. What do you use it for?" "We club people with it."
There you go, folks. If did they ever reference Mrs. Doubtfire on The Simpsons?
Jeez, they must have. Right? They must have.
We're not the ones to bring these two together.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so tries to hit her with a baton, right? And then we cut to a close-up as that baton comes down and oh, also phallic, folks, just putting that out there, comes down, and Jobu stops it with her hand, but it's not a baton. It is a giant, jiggly, wobbly, veiny rubber dildo.
You say giant. It's average.
Folks, as I was writing this, I was like, should I make a size joke?
No, it's the size of Stephanie Shu's forearm.
Yes.
So I know
think
that
a little bit longer.
Yeah, she's a small person, but still, it's the size of a grown woman's forearm.
Yeah. And I love Evelyn's reaction here, too. She is back to being shocked and appalled. But it's a different kind now. It's like, my daughter is being wildly inappropriate right now.
Just shoot him. Yeah.
Honey, what have we said about no. And yes, if we needed any more proof that all of this craziness is meant to get under her mother's skin,
right? We
cut back, and Jobu's got this smug smile, like, yeah, this is making you uncomfortable, isn't it? And then she gets to her feet and proceeds to beat Officer Brian senseless with this dildo. We get these wet rubber smacking sounds.
Where's the wetness come from?
I don't know.
But it sounds right?
Yes. No, it sounds perfectly appropriate for this scene.
Right. It's not a lubricated dildo.
No.
We have no.
I will be in a minute.
Right, but it sounds wet. I like that.
Yeah. We get the smacking sounds. Even as soft piano music plays, which I think is also that reminds me of, what is it, like Hannibal Lecter beating that guy to death in the cage as the classical music plays. Like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Right. And we close up on Evelyn, who I think this is when she realizes that this is Jobu. Like she's finally put two and two together. Right. And
she just thought she's tricking herself into believing it's just her Joy being weird.
Yeah. Right. It's like, Joy, why do you look so stupid? Yeah. And then we cut, and now Jobu has two dildos. Two dildos, one officer. Don't look that up. And she brings them down on either side of Officer Brian's head. He's got blood on his face, and it's coming out of his mouth. And another shot of Evelyn as she says, "Oh my God." We cut back as Officer Brian gets slapped across the face, spewing blood. Cut again to Evelyn, who is now pointing. I like that little detail. Like it's not for anyone. Like no one's there to see her pointing, but her realization is so strong that she's like doing it almost unconsciously. And she says, "You." And we cut back to Jobu.
I'm sorry. Yeah. And I like that when she is pointing, she still has her handcuffs on. So it has this really like extra enfeebling look to her, right? Where she's pointing with one hand, but she can't actually point one hand in front of the other one like you would point. So she feels frailer and weaker than she might otherwise be.
Right. Yeah. And we cut back to Jobu, who is winding up, and she whips that other dildo the other way across Officer Brian's face. We cut to a wide shot as he goes down, and Jobu finishes in this anime pose, holding out the dildos like twin blades, except this effect is ruined or heightened, I think, by the fact that they are still wobbling in her hands.
Yeah, I also like that when she hits Officer Brian the last time, he does a flip, right? It just feels right. So she has smacked him so hard on the face that somehow his legs kick out from under him. Right. And he does a whole flip.
In movie fighting rules, flip equals dead. Like that's when you know they're not getting back up, is the flip.
Right. We get a good glimpse of the dildos in these final two shots, and they are the suction cup kind.
Yeah. Yes. For the longest time, I thought they were, just because of their length, I thought they were like double-sided.
Right.
But they're not.
No, they're separate. Yeah.
Yeah. And they even got little balls. Sorry, not little. Yeah, average-sized balls.
They just look little because the rest of it looks so big, I guess. Yeah.
It's perspective, baby.
So since we're going to move on from Officer Brian here, I just want to point out that in the script, it doesn't say that this is an officer from before at all. So it doesn't say that he's like, this is, the police officer is guided by one of the security guards from before. It doesn't say that at all. So it's just supposed to be the police officers. But I think that it adds something really interesting and fun that we have Officer Brian here with the police officers who are, taken out one by one, and he's the less trained. Like he knows that, right? Like we've already seen him lose once to Waymond.
Right.
And then he knows that, like, okay, I'm going to let these guys do their job because they're the professional, they're the actual law officers, right? And then he sees each of them getting killed one by one, and then he has the ending of the action scene is his, right?
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't give him a lot of of like, there's no emotional like monologue or anything like that, but I like the structure of that, of him like taking back over, and like at the beginning of the scene, he's kind of, it's funny that he's still around and like having to deal with these professionals who don't believe him at the beginning, right? And then by the end, he's like, oh God, I've got to do this by myself. And then he gets a silly beating, but he doesn't die either.
Right. Yeah, because we're going to see him again.
Right.
And I like that. Yeah, like of all the cops up there in that hallway, he's had the most experience with this crazy family.
Right. Yeah. So it makes it more personal too. Like
yes.
Yeah, believe me, these guys are scary. Right. They don't believe him. They don't believe anything that he or Deirdre have said to them, I'm sure.
Right. And I think, the next time we see him, Brian Lee is playing like the alpha Officer Brian.
I think that's
and
right.
Not so we're not going to see like our Officer Brian anymore. I think this is it. Yeah.
Bye, Officer Brian.
Bye-bye. Oh, now I'm sad.
Couldn't take two at once.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
You need to slide your way into that kind of thing.
Boy. Wow, man. He went down after 2 slaps. What a shocker. Damn near killed him. I don't even know how that started. That was on our other show.
It works every time.
Yeah. I got to use that sparingly. That's got to use it only for good.
All right.
But yeah, folks, that is the end of this minute. This is the Sex and Violence Minute. Oh, actually, yeah, I wanted to point that out. I think we talked about this in our Exorcist show, but the idea that across the pond, right over in Europe, it's switched a little bit where the censoring is more on the violence and less on the sex, and then over here we're much more like clutching our pearls, about the dildos and less about the people getting shot.
Right. Yes. Like in Clockwork Orange, I mean, the Clockwork Orange got really heavily not censored, but it was really like restricted in England, which is more because of the gang violence than the sexual violence.
Right.
And like really worried about they worry about childhood gangs like causes them to censor the Ninja Turtles, which you've talked about on one of our shows at least, right?
Okay. No,
or do we not?
I don't think so.
They
no.
are, in England, they are not the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They are the Teenage Mutant Fighting Turtles, I believe.
Wait, they censored ninja?
Yes, because they also would ban nunchucks and things like that in England. Yeah, because they are very, very conscious, or at least were during that time period, of inspiring childhood gangs.
But wait, but they're drawing a direct correlation to this like specifically Japanese thing.
Yeah.
And calling it like gang related. That's not the gang part. It's them being a literal gang of 4 turtles.
Yeah.
The ninja part doesn't have anything to do with it. I'm sorry. I'm just learning this right now.
I think that's right. Someone will have to double check me on that.
If it was like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Gang, then it was like, okay, you can't have that.
But that's what I mean. So that I'm trying to support your point.
Right.
Yeah, they're much more concerned about them in England
Europe,
being fighters.
Ninjas can be solitary. Like that's not the gang. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Right. And we're concerned about whether we could show a picture of the statue of David to school children in America.
Right.
Right.
That's the thing that we're all hung up on.
Or not very.
Are you making a hung joke?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, no, that I don't know, that interests me, and it also like it's so telling of kind of the culture at large in both places. I mean, like we're the one with the huge gun problem, and we've just as on the day of recording we've had what is it like 6 shootings in the last 24 hours.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, not to bring it down at the end of the episode, but like, and then that's what our movies are, it's like, it's like more guns, more blood and guts, more, like kicking and punching and everything like that. But then, it's like a lady with a bare chest. We're like, no, you can't have that.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah. And then over there, it's the other way around. It's like, no, it's like, why are you going to, show, a guy with like shooting up a whole bus load of people or something like that, because he's Rambo. No.
Oh, he's the good guy.
Yeah. That's how you know he's a good guy, because he shoots up a bus. Was it like Kids in the Hall? I forget which sketch it was, but it was like He's like, hey, are you, it's like, are you from around here? It's like, no, I'm a Canadian. He's like, what's a Canadian? It's like, well, it's like an American, but without a gun. I remember seeing that like 10, 15 years ago. I was like, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, as we have discovered in this minute, folks, the dildo is mightier. The pen is mightier. The pen is mightier. Yeah. Why didn't I do that? Yeah. Than the sword or the gun or anything.
Then the baton.
Mm-hmm, the baton. And they're all, you know what? They all represent the same thing. Why don't we just like stop pretending? Yep. Anyway.
Penis.
Pen is mightier. Right. But yeah, folks, this has been the 56th minute of Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've been Lester Ryan Clark. You can reach me in all the universes as Lester Ryan Clark.
And I've been Keenan Diaz. In your universe, I'm on Instagram and Letterboxd as Howdy Keenan.
Yeah, we got our Facebook listener group, Banana for Scale. That's a community for all of our shows, including this one. It is a private group, but just request to join and you'll be sucked into the banana. Hey, that's a phallic symbol as well. But that had nothing to do with our choosing that as our logo, just so you know. No, absolutely not. If you want more, consider joining us at truestory.fm/join and look for Banana for Scale. That's us. You get bonus episodes of all of our shows, access to our Discord, and you get your episodes a week early and ad-free. Pretty cool. Just $5. If you're not sure about that yet, one thing you can do that's absolutely free but would mean all the universes to us would be to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to your shows. That and sharing the show by word of mouth or on social media is going to help our little podcast grow and find more cool people like you. All right, I think it is time to jump. So what I'm going to do, let's see. I mean, this is an impossible task right here, Keenan.
Yeah?
It's one of those don't think of a blue elephant type situations. I guess I'm going to take one of these dildos.
All right.
And you know what? I am going to put a condom on it because I think that was Officer Brian's mistake, was that he didn't have any protection.
Oh. Bye, Officer Brian.
Bye, Officer Brian.
Well, then I will take the other dildo, because luckily there are two of them.
Hey, look at that.
And I'm going to replace the banana in our logo with the dildo.
Great.
Yes.
And because I am overworked and underslept, I will only notice it after the episode goes live.
That's right.
Perfect. All right. Okay, we got our stuff. Keenan, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh, that the only time The Simpsons has referenced Mrs. Doubtfire in their entire run is on the Sherry Bobbins episode, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious gruntish.
Oh, annoyed grunt is being dough.
It's being dough, yes. Right,
Yes.
when they are looking for new nannies and Mrs. Pennyfeather comes to the door and says that she would like to be their nanny, and Homer says, wait a minute, Marge, I've seen Mrs. Doubtfire. This is a man in drag. He tries to pull off her hair and chase her away, and then down the street comes, hello, I'm Mrs. Pennywinkle, and I'm here to apply for the job, and he does it all over again.
I think I remember that. Every time you reference something, I was like, I feel it's just like in my memory. It's like in the vaults of my memory. Mm-hmm. All right, that's perfect. All right, everybody. Until next time. 1, 2, 3.